Hello everyone, this is Linda Namanja Patricia, presenting to you my final term paper about my project, which is the facial recognition. So this document is all about my facial recognition model, addressing several needs for identifying and verifying images of individuals. And it's through the use of biometric devices, for example, digital cameras. That's why you can capture the images of people with relation to the features of the face, and then they will be stored in the database. But all in all, with a view to promote security, to identify those criminal faces from public places. So this facial recognition project is very important, implemented in the communities we are staying in. It has reduced the touch points. For example, we've seen many companies using fingerprint and so on. So for this project, it will reduce on those touch points because we've seen diseases spread via those touch points. For example, Ebola, coronavirus. So I still need to come up with this system. So we know that this facial recognition project, it's a visual pattern recognition problem, which is to aid different dimensions on how your face can be captured by the biometrics. So it consists of 4 modules, that is face detection, alignment, then feature extraction, and then the matching of the captured images with the ones in the database, stored in the database. Then, for these processes, they require localization and normalization, where facial recognition, extraction, and then matching are performed. So if we come to the AI selection and optimization about this project makes use of the data acquisition, then data pre-processing and segmentation and classification and post-processes. In details, we know that you acquire images through use of biometrics, the cameras. That's where you capture those images as inputs. Then for data pre-processing, it's all about analysis and projecting the faces detected, focusing on the landmarks in order to bring out a clear picture of an individual. Then for classification, you know that the faces that are captured at that instant time, and then there are also those images that are already in the database. So when the machine, as in the machine captures a face, then it compares it with the ones in the database. If it finds out that that face is not there, it will be hard for it to figure it out. So in this project, one of the research gaps, it needs a lot of data. If you don't have that much data, we know that there are different faces in the whole world. So when it brings a foreigner, how will it be able to capture those faces? So there needs a lot of data of faces, images of faces of people, so that it can work in a way you want. Then about model selection accountability, we know that accountability of AI depends on an individual organization expectations. It ensures the proper functioning throughout the life cycle. You operate, you deploy in accordance with the rules and applicable regulatory frameworks. For example, the framework that enhances this model, it is the PCA framework. So with relative to this project, privacy and its essentials for ethical AI. So the methodologies that we use, that is acquiring of images to computers from digital cameras, that's the first step in facial recognition system. You have to know those images you're going to train your machine with. So also by use of the deep convolutional neural network is good also at pattern recognition and capable of distinguishing those faces for the large number of faces in the database. Then face images then sent into those convolution as vectored matrix images. So as I said, the framework that was used is the PCM-based face recognition system flow, which is used in this image verification. It uses two image data sets, that is the train set and the test set. With all of this information, image verification can be done. So as I said, the data set was from Cargo, and you can follow up the link, which is near the bottom. Then, in this project, there is some process that was done, that is the data preparation and exploratory data analysis. We know that this is the process to understand your data in depth. So if you get that better feel of your data, you're good to go. You know that your project will work the way you want as an engineer. So the machine learning process also guides you about search. So we know that it follows steps. You have to know the process. First process is data collection. You have to know where your data you've gotten your data from. So that's the data set. You have to know the data set you're going to use, which contains the data you're going to use. Then there is also data visualization. We know that data visualization can be done in different ways. That is use of the heat map, the box plot, coloration matrices. So with respect to the data set I used, the heat map, it is colorating with relative to features of different individuals. So we know that the darker the light, we know that the heat map visualizes data through use of colors. So that the darker the color, that's the higher the magnitude of recognition. So that's what the heat map does. For the box plot just displays using graphs, using a box with also their outliners. And the coloration matrix, it is simply a table that shows you the coloration coefficients from different variables, identifies and visualizes patterns of the data set. After carrying out the data visualization of your data set, we also have the split valid test split, the technique that evaluates the performance of your machine learning model. It's very vital. So also to know the results of your model, we make use of the confusion matrix, which helps you to evaluate the performance measures of your model. That's the accuracy, the recall, the precision, and then the F-score. So you can read through this essay, you could know how you can perform those the performance measures of your data. And then the references, you can get them more about them using them. We acknowledge that. We thank Mr. Galuwango for guiding us in this project. We know that it would do the best. And then my colleagues, thanks for helping me, gathering knowledge together with a view to come up with the best out of this research. Thank you for listening. Watch, subscribe, and comment.